let us go to the other side. And as they were in the boat, Jesus was sleeping. There was what? A storm. Then wakaamsha Yesu wakamsema, Master, don't you care that we are perishing? They allowed the storm outside the boat to become a storm in their hearts. And because their hearts were not still, Jesus could hear them, but they could not hear him. Jesus was talking to them, but they could not hear him, but he could hear them. When your heart is not still, God can hear you, but you cannot hear God. Kama wangesikia Mungu, angewaambia relax. I told you we are going to the other side. There was a word that they were not hearing, because the word of God does not die. God spoke to you last year. He told you, my daughter, you shall get married. Guess what? He's still saying the same thing today. But at some point, you stopped hearing. Saizi kuja uniambie, God is telling me. God is not speaking now. You are the one that is hearing God now. God is not promising you anything. He spoke. Wewe ndio uko in the realm of time. Ndio unasema, God is speaking now. So Yesu alikuwa ameshaongea. Akasema, we are going to the other side. That word was consistently over their head. Any of them that was in the realm of peace, alikuwa anasikia that word throughout the journey. I'm going to the other side. I'm going to the other side. But when they allowed the storm outside the boat to become a storm in there, they stopped hearing God. But God was still hearing them. So you can be praying every day and God is hearing you, but you are not hearing God because your heart is not at rest. Shake your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, be still and hear God. So Yesu aliamka na hasira. After rebuking the wind, he rebuked them. Why was Jesus angry? Because guys, you are not hearing me. There is a word on your head. You are going to the other side. There is a word that you are not hearing. I will pay your rent. God is talking to you, but you are not hearing God because the storm is now in your heart. If you tap into his frequency, you hear his voice. I talked to God and he answered. No, what you are receiving as an answer, he said it before you prayed. Your prayer transferred you to a realm of hearing his voice. God does not answer when you pray. He answers before you pray. Bible inasema, before they call to me, I will answer. Your prayer takes you to a place now of hearing what God has already said about what you're going through. Worry about nothing. But in all things, with what? With prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And what? The car, the house, the husband? No, the peace of God that surpasseth human understanding shall do what? Shall garrison your hearts. When you talk to God, the first thing he gives you is peace. Because you need peace now for you to hear what he has said concerning what you have prayed about. He does not send his word before he sends his peace. Every answer to your prayers begins with peace. You pray until you receive peace. Now you are ready to hear what God is saying concerning that situation. Worry in the life of a believer is an insult to God. A worrying Christian is insulting God. Can you imagine if you are working with a small boy, umemwambia tuende nikubaie sweet, and then anaanza kuuliza, how will we pay for the sweet? Katoto kadogo kanaanza kuuliza tutalipa aje sweet? Unakamwambia wewe twende kwa shop. Kana kuambia sasa tukichukua na hatuna pesa. Una feel kumchapa kofi, unamwambia why are you insulting me? Your issues are like sweet to God. Hiyo kitu inakusumbua kwa Mungu ni kama sweet. It's like the way you buy sweets. It's nothing. But you see, you can have a big God and still be worried because it is not who God is that strengthens you. It is what you know about him. Why are you worried? Kwani how small is your God? Kuna mtu alikuja akaniambia pastor nikamwambia who is your God? Them that know their God shall be strong. There is strength you get by knowing God. This is my 17th relationship. Who is your God? Kwani Mungu wako ni kuku? Ati unaogopa labda ashapikwa? No, listen. I serve the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Alpha and the Omega, the one who speaks the end from the beginning and the beginning from the end. What are you talking about? Oh, Pastor, what? Will there be storms in life? Yes. Yesu alisema, in this world you will face many persecutions, many tribulations. But do what? Be of good cheer. Why? Because I have overcome the world. Relax. What's the deadline? Which deadline? Unless your God is dead, my God does not need 10 minutes to change my story.